How's it going? The name is Raymix1000. Everyone calls me Ray or Ray. I am a variety streamer from Boston, Massachusetts. We like to play games such as Valorant and Overwatch, play party games, and I do Souls Night on Thursdays. So currently running through Bloodborne, so I'll catch you there.
Hello, welcome everyone. This is season 4 of Streamer Interviews. I'm Watch Holly. This is Raymix1000. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to talk about streaming and offline content specifically and how you grow while you're not streaming. Raymix, go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for having me. So I feel like, before we get into the short form content and offline stuff, I am someone who is involved with a lot of tech. So like I provide a lot of tech support. I do photography on the side, and I really like to explore a lot of like the creative aspects. So like whether it's photography, painting or music. I'm really bad at painting, so like I'm not gonna even talk about it any further. But the other two stuff, I think I have more of a niche in. So.
Oh, that's cool. But I like doing things. It's just like I like karaoke. I'm not a good singer, but I'll karaoke.
Yeah,
You can paint even if you're not like a good painter.
That's fair.
I love it. Well, so tell me, beyond just painting, tell me a little bit about your streaming. Do you do offline content at all? Do you post on social media? And kind of what is your strategy for that offline growth?
Okay, so for the longest time, I feel like that my opinion in terms of like offline content, I actually have not done offline content up until just recently, where I had seen a friend of mine start posting more like of their YouTube shorts of like some of like the things that they've done in their VODs, and I'm like, why haven't I tried that? So I started posting more and more, and I've been noticing like a very slow and steady growth. And I feel like if this is something that you really want to do, I feel like being able to expand on all the other social media platforms, like even you don't even have to have like fancy edits on your YouTube search. Just post a clip on your YouTube channel. You know, it doesn't really need to be like super high, like super edited. But like if that's something you could do, definitely do that. But I've noticed that it's kind of like putting all of your eggs in one basket. You really shouldn't be doing that, and I've learned that the hard way. So like moving forward, I've noticed like you definitely want to have clips on especially like YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, like those three mainly. As long as you are posting like either like it could be like 3 times a week or even just like once a day. Like the fact that you're posting on those is just like letting people also go, hey, I'm here, I do this stuff, so come check me out.
Definitely. And then what about your VODs? Do you do anything with your VODs to make them into like social media content at all?
So what I do with my VODs, I guess it just depends on if there was something that I found that I feel that would be super interesting. So like it could be like a random like troll moment where I'm having a conversation with a couple of friends, and it just kind of we just start memeing against each other. Or it could be like a nice highlight in like a video game, like in like an FBF match that I did. Like, or because it could either be dependent on the game or it could be dependent on the moment. Like there's no definitive structure for me. Like if there's something that I find special in those VODs, I will like try to make a highlight out of all of those.
Yeah, no, I like that. And did one of those moments ever kind of create your best performing piece? And why do you think it worked?
So one of those moments, actually, I do find that it ended up being my best piece, because it was short, it was sweet. And I know that like a lot of people, myself included, don't have that attention span for like a 10 or maybe even 20-minute video. But like short and sweet, funny, to the point, it like that really helps.
Definitely. Talk about other offline ways to grow other than social media.
Well, other offline ways to grow, for me personally, as a photographer, I get to meet a lot of people, and so we'll have conversations that way, and I'll just maybe drop that I stream on Twitch. But that's one way for me to go about it, like going to conventions, networking through like playing with other people who may also be streaming that same game, you know. That I find has been also beneficial to my growth offline, at least.
Definitely. And what are your favorite tools to create your social media content from your streams?
So the offline tools I use, I have this saying where if it's free, it's for me.
Yeah, can't agree more.
Yeah. So one of those tools is DaVinci Resolve.
Totally.
So I really like how intuitive and easy it is for people who are not too familiar with video editing to get this stuff out as they need to. I like that they have like YouTube like integrated into their software. So like if you don't want to go through the process of going to youtube.com to upload the video, they'll just like, oh, hey, you know, the video is done. Do you want to upload it to YouTube? Boom, and it's done.
That's great. I didn't know that. I use Premiere, but I do know DaVinci Resolve is really, really good. And that's been around for a while as well, too.
Yeah, it's been gaining a lot of steam. And also, I don't have the money for Premiere, so.
No. So how do you analyze your content performance and then adjust?
So it's good to try something once. So when I posted pictures on Instagram of like the photography that I've done, I've always found that specifically with Instagram, I find that like if people are on lunch, so like I'll post because I'm an Eastern Standard, so like that would be like 12 p.m. Eastern Standard or like 3 or like whenever they have or they're getting off work and they're like, oh hey, someone posted something, they'll just like maybe like doom scroll on Instagram for a bit before they take their drive home. Those are like usually the times where you would want to post. And also hashtags too. Like I used to put a lot of hashtags on my posts starting off, because I know that sometimes it can be difficult, especially in a sea of other content creators. Now obviously, yeah, we all want to succeed, but at the end of the day, I realize that sometimes it can be a competition just to make sure that you get yourself out there. So hashtags really work. Just try not to abuse that too much. Maybe even multi-posting can help too. So be like, oh yeah, this is not the only thing that he does. So like if I post like a landscape photo on Instagram and then I'll post like a reel on TikTok or YouTube, like all around that same time, like they could be watching a YouTube video and then they'll maybe stumble across my video. You know, the algorithms are kind of weird, but like once you find out what works for you, then just try and capitalize on that as best possible.
Yeah. And do you by chance follow trends or like sounds on TikTok or Reels or anything?
Yes. Okay. And no. But like I find that sometimes like the memes that can aspire from different videos, like if there's a way that I can implement that onto a TikTok reel or something, then I can do that. So like there was a TikTok reel that I did on the game Elden Ring, where it does like the comparison between two, like whether you're fighting like a side boss or like a storyline boss, and you know there was a particular sound effect. It was like, this is all that brother gone, and that I found was like when I finished that, I was like, that was like really funny to me. So I posted that, and you know that started getting traction.
Oh, okay, nice. And do you have any advice that you could give a Twitch streamer trying to break into short form content in 2025?
Start. That's probably going to be the way to go about it. If you've been hesitant about it, I mean, the worst that could happen is it doesn't get views, but the fact that you did it means that it's going to get you somewhere. Like it's not gonna just happen overnight. Like it could, but don't bank on it. Like, if you're expecting, like, because if you're comparing yourself to other people who have been having like maybe like 1,000 views on a short or a TikTok reel, and you are hesitant because of that, try your best to overcome that, because at the end of the day, you are the only competition for yourself. So whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right.
That's true. That's so true. All right, well, we're going to say goodbye to YouTube. Thank you so much for being here today. It was really nice to meet you. I know we haven't really had the pleasure before, but thank you. Thank you.
It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for having me. Don't subscribe to your girl like immediately.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, thank you so much, YouTube. We'll see you next time. Bye.